Dear sisters and brothers, we celebrate today the 34th Sunday in the ordinary time, and as we close the liturgical year, we give honor and praise to Christ, the King of the universe. I don't know if you happen to watch that movie, Viva Cristo Rey. There was a movie that the shout of the people, no? Viva Cristo Rey. No? And we are not fan of it, no? Iba ang sigaw natin ngayon. Pilipinas, ang hirap mong mahalin, no? Sisters and brothers, in the sanctuary, we have images of Christ the King. Images with S. On my left side, that is not a totally wrong image of Christ the King. But it lacks if we do not see the image of Jesus crucified. Because if you would try to scan, and if you will make some research, the gospel reading during solemnity of Christ the King, the gospel episodes are taken from the Passion narrative. Just like today, the context or the setting of today's gospel is on the cross, Jesus crucified. That's why that image there on my left side is not totally wrong, but it lacks if we do not see and we do not acknowledge or recognize the image of Jesus being nailed on the cross. Because it is there that we read the inscription INRI. Jesus the Nazarene, the King of the Jews. In one of the prayers today, brothers and sisters, let me now go to my reflection proper. It was just an introduction in terms of images. Now, the reflection proper. One of the prayers in today's celebration, we will be listening to these lines. A kingdom of truth, a kingdom of holiness and grace, a kingdom of justice, love, and peace. Unquote. These lines, these phrases are present in our Eucharistic celebration. And this is the very kind of kingship and the kind of kingdom that the Lord has in store for us. And yet, how to make sense that kingdom of truth? If in this world, there are a lot of fake news. If in this world, na ay mga tao nga kusog kayo magbuhat-buhat ng istorya, nya masakitan, nakapasakit sila sa pagbati sa uban. Asa man ang kingdom of truth, Lord? Simba minimo matag Domingo, nganong ako biktima man ko sa mga bakak, sa mga pagbutang-butang. How to make sense of that kingdom of truth? We also might ask, how to make sense of the kingdom of justice? Justice ba na, Lord, nga kaming kabus karon mas nisamot among kapubrihon, silang dato karon mas ni dato silang samot? Where is justice there, Lord? How to make sense of your kingdom of justice? Lord, I've been praying the rosary, and yet why there are so unjust people around me? How to make sense of the kingdom of love, Lord? I tried to love him or her. I tried to love them. But how come they still abused me? Abused my goodness to them. They don't know how to reciprocate. Lord, how to make sense of that kingdom of love if I've been a victim of a lot of abuses in this world? Lord, how to make sense of the kingdom of peace? Look at the nation, Lord. Is peace still possible in this kind of administration, in this kind of society, in our leaders, in the different departments of our nation, judicial, executive, and legislative? Lord, how to make sense of that peace when our family is somehow broken, when we live in a broken family, because a lot of us are not in good relationship. Lord, how to make sense of such kingdom you have for us? Allow me to end with this quote. And this touches, these lines give me so much hope and comfort. After all those points that I have shared so far, allow me to quote. Only by entering into Jesus' embrace do we understand and come to realize that God went or underwent the paradox of the cross in order to embrace every one of us. He embraces our debt, our pains, our poverty, our weakness. He embraces all of it. And this, it further says, Jesus the King let himself be insulted and derided so that whenever we are brought low, we will never feel alone. Jesus the King let himself be stripped off his garments so that no one would ever feel stripped of his or her rightful dignity. Jesus ascended the cross so that God would be present in every crucified man and woman throughout history. This is our King, the King of the universe, for he journeyed to the furthest confines of our human experience, entered into the black hole of hatred, the black hole of abandonment, in order to bring light to every life and to embrace all reality. All reality. That's our Christ the King. Unquote. There is reason to hope because this Lord and God who came and dwelt among us also experienced how to make sense of that peace, of that love, justice, and truth. We can run to him when we ask how to make sense of that kind of kingdom.